Hello to everyone who is watching the VOD. Good to see you all. Oh boy, I have had quite the busy day when it comes to making my latest Lego train, which I'm not too sure I quite like. But we'll get into that as the stream goes on. Yes. Check. Monetisation on. Live streams have always been pretty good when it comes to keeping ad revenue up, because this is just a whole hour which gets a lot of runtime and views. And one thing that is especially fun recently was doing those YouTube shorts. Well, did one of them earlier today. We'll do the ping, get more people in, then we will discuss that. Okay. It's time to do the ping. Out, everyone. Now. And we have 210 people in the Discord server. That was bloody. I need a new mouse. That would be pretty good. Okay. Massive bloody can. If I go back to that, it's just one moment. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have to ignore that. Okay, that's fine. Into the poll. We'll talk about all those anyways. We're going to wait for that to kick up. Okay. So the ping has been made. Wait for people to come on in. There's a lot of people that seem to be enjoying the YouTube shorts I did today. Hey Josh, good to see you. I've also noticed the latest submission for the community challenge. Now we are smack on time. It is now 8 PM, ready to do the live stream. And yeah, so I don't really know what to do as the sort of special topic for this week. I would like to try and have some kind of focus or theme as we do these live streams instead of just chatting and interacting. But there's only so much I can really do. So if this is all that can be done, just chatting, then it's not really a problem. Just making sure everything's still working. Cool. Okay. I'm too distracted. Need to work on a thing I'm making. I need to figure something out. I'll have to make. Surely I've got tools for that. I'll show that later on because my room is quite the mess. This is a duck. Hello, good to see ya. I don't need to do anything on there. I think that's all good. How late am I? Well, the stream has only just started. You are not late at all. You are quite spot on, to be honest. Okay. Pretty good. I'm just hoping more people can show up to the stream this evening. after doing the ping, a small flood of people tend to show up, and we've got 3 viewers at the moment. I'll give it another minute or so to wait for people to come on in. Now I'm just dawdling. I'll tell you what. Oh, okay, I need to try and not repeat the curse of last week, as I have a red Lego train I want to show you. So I need to put it further back on the bed to make sure it doesn't oh, right. Yeah, I need to put it further back to make sure it doesn't fall off and break. I'll save that for later on though. Put it back there. Okay, so hello everyone in the stream. I suppose more people will be coming in later on. I have been thinking about, not that one, this one. I've been thinking about some of the stuff to talk about when it comes to doing YouTube stuff. It's not exactly the most exciting thing ever, because there really isn't that much to talk about with these topics about YouTube. I did a poll last night to basically say to people, I've got this in mind, it's just something to talk about whilst we're doing the stream. So when it comes to doing YouTube, because a poll only lets you have 5 options, I think these 5 are perfect anyways. Now, which of the 5 aspects would you like me to talk about the most? Comes to recording videos, the management of the videos, monetization, community interaction, and copyright strikes. And over half of the votes went to copyright strikes, which is quite interesting because I've only ever had one experience with copyright. Having said that, when I got the first copyright strike, I had a notification, but for the sake of checking, I've just looked at. Okay, that's something else we need to talk about as well. Oh wow, look at those numbers. That's insane. Okay, that's something to talk about later on. Oh, I gotta do some, yeah, definitely gotta do some more of these because that was good. Okay, we're gonna talk about YouTube, and it's more so how I'm handling doing YouTube. So this is just a hobby thing. I don't do this for a living, which is a bit of a shame because I would love to do this for a living. But I don't think Lego Trains is going to get me to 1 million subs, But yeah, of the 5 topics, I will go through these to just give you, I suppose, like a rough idea as to what it's like from my end of things. And seeing as copyright strikes had the most amount of votes, I will begin there. So I've only ever had one interaction when it comes to copyrighted material. It was a vlog that I did at the LNUR members weekend last year, the very first members getting together, because members of the club are scattered across the UK. It's very difficult to try and do shows together. Every now and then it is possible, but it's just not easy. And also, that clip was put together. It was kind of just like a throwaway sort of, it's just a couple of things people all got. It was cheap videos basically. But that video in particular was taken. I don't know how people manage to. Well, I can understand how some people can manage it because there are, I believe they're called clip converters, or at least that was a website that I used just to download videos from YouTube. You couldn't do it with videos that had music in them, so it might be interesting to try and add a small backing track to every video going forwards. But yeah, it was quite shocking to wake up that one morning, seeing the notification to say, someone has copyrighted and used, well, not copyrighted, but has used your content. I was thinking to myself, what's going on? Because someone else using your videos, that's horrible. Oh, you get free, not free, fair use is a thing and all that. I, for one, I'm not keen on fair use, and I'll get to that in a second. So, to anyone who didn't see the whole, how long ago was that, anyways? The whole copyright thing was months ago now. But yeah, it was also by this kid, because I kept going to his channel for the rest of the day just to try and, I don't know what I was trying to do, but it was just like that sort of old man shaking his fist sort of thing. It was so bizarre that especially because again, there were a lot of videos that he used his face on the thumbnail for, and also were kind of featuring his thumbnails. And he always, because he was a kid, he was literally he was younger than a teenager, had to be, had this cheeky, coy smile, which kind of killed me on the inside because I thought to myself, oh my god, this kid has just completely out text me, He's just downloaded one of my videos. I'm like, I don't really know how to do cleanly, and has just arrogantly re-uploaded it. The videos got taken down via copyright strikes. There were other people he's re-uploaded videos of, but they don't have the same platform level as I do to be able to take action. So I don't think that channel is still. You know what? Yeah, you do remember this. I think, Josh, I think I even told you this as well, just in like personal chats. If I go back to copyright, I'm curious. Reward quest. Is the channel still up? Come on, mouse. Because 3 copyright strikes and your channel goes down. No, the channel's still up. That's so stupid and bizarre, but okay. A lot of videos seem to have been deleted now. Yeah, okay. Well, all the same, that was a thing that happened. It was just so frustrating to kind of just to have to go through that in the first place. Okay, next I will go through the community interaction, which should be the briefest thing because it's something I'm doing every day. So I'm putting up polls, making these posts both on YouTube and on other platforms, mainly just Discord because it's a small hub for the more active members of my community. And one thing that's really good about the community interaction, of course, it keeps the channel strong. There's people that will want to come back to see the videos as well as come back to see me. I'm creating a personality for myself whilst I'm here on the platform. And I have been able to do really well with this in things like the Community Challenge and the TLR Awards. It has been incredible to kind of keep this going. If I decided to be very stone faced and just not bother with any kind of interaction, like if I didn't bother replying to comments, if I didn't do these streams, like, or to bother reading the chat, that sort of thing. Oh, pardon me. If I just kind of shut off, I uploaded a video, cool, you enjoyed it, but that was it, I would not be enjoying it as much as I have. Currently on 3,860 subscribers. That would definitely be a smaller number. But I think all the same, it's been really fun to be able to communicate and interact with a lot of people because, again, from the Lego Train side of things at least, because that's what I'll focus on, it has been a real pleasure to be able to kind of look at other people's models in a more personal and up close perspective. Again, the community challenge comes to mind for that. It's really good for it. The recording videos and video management side of things are very similar because recording a video can sometimes take a whole day. This includes the editing process too. So recording and editing can sometimes be done in a day depending on how long the video is, because the video editor I'm using is called HitFilm Express. It's pretty good, it's free, but exporting videos takes a while. I think that's the same for any video editor. The one I had previously called Lightworks was so shit, but it's definitely helped me put together some of the more complicated videos. The big Lego Train showcase, that's about 15 or so minutes long, showcasing about 3 dozen trains I've built and do still own. It's definitely helped in being able to make that kind of video instead of the very long like back in the day, sort of 2017, 2018, even 2019. I was still even going into the just before maybe going into the pandemic era. I still just had my phone 17 minutes or so, just one take. If I fumbled, I'd just have to carry on of going through the model in as much detail as I could, and that was a video. And having the longer videos was nice because more runtime meant more ad revenue. Yes, my channel is monetized, which is a very exciting thing for me. But it became interesting where the video management side of things then had to continue, or like kick up a notch, I suppose. So that's where, yeah, those days, yeah, that was that was a really interesting period of time to look back on, because some of those really long videos, again, for me, and the kind of like the selfish side of things, it made sense for that. And again, I didn't really bother with video editing. I just wanted it to be a one and done thing, but it looked so amateur. The stuff I'm making now isn't exactly professional, but it's leaps and bounds ahead of what I had just a few years ago. So the video management side of things isn't so much just, you know, looking at videos, checking copyright strikes and things like that. It was also making sure that the videos that I was also producing, you know, everything I was putting together, is it good enough? Is this the right take? Am I gonna have to? I've never had to re-record a video, and I think that's ultimately because of laziness. There have been a few videos where I've edited them, and well, in the process of editing them, I thought, no, that's no good. It's not going to do too well. Like, people are probably going to comment saying you're going to sound weird. I've never had such comments, and even after, like, the next day after editing that video, I'll completely forget what I said. I don't even remember, like now, for example. I'm never gonna know word for word what I said in some of these videos, because it's, again, just come a long way. Josh says your channel has grown quite a bit. Honestly, I remember when I met you for the first time, you had 800 subs. 800. That's how long it's been. Sorry, let me just look into the camera for the stream one sec. I think my hair's going grey. Oh, yeah. It has been a very long time. And now we talk about the last thing, monetization and ad revenue. So this is something that a lot of people are very nosy about. And I have definitely been that kind of person as well, with some of the YouTubers I used to follow. I'm like a select few that I still do follow. I'm very interested and nosy to know how much they make just from YouTube alone. So again, like I mentioned a moment ago, my channel is monetized. I do have ads on my videos, and I am making money. I tend to get paid on a 3 monthly basis from YouTube, because the amounts I make is quite minuscule. Again, the content that I'm uploading is very specific. It's not the most exciting thing ever, and it's still, you know, again, it's not going to get me to crazy sub numbers. But what definitely helps is the fact that I've been able to achieve the subscriber level and the view count and the hours watched that I have, to be able to enjoy the privileges of having monetization. So one thing I've also got noted is so over here that I'm looking at now is I like to have a table of every time I got paid from YouTube. So this is something I'm going to share with you. This is a very bold thing for me to share. So first of all, I have earned from YouTube, currently it's just a bit shy of £800. So that will be nearly $1,000 maybe. And that's over a few years, by the way. Again, I get paid on a 3 or so monthly basis. It's a minuscule, it's like the minimum amount you're allowed to be able to earn as well, because there's a certain threshold you need to reach before you can be paid. And the funny thing with that is, my channel was first monetized in early 2017. The very first time I got paid from YouTube was in June of 2017, meeting that minimum threshold. A few months later, I got to maybe even like by the end of the year, going into the next year. It might have even been like February next year, like just before then, I got to like £1 or so, less than £1, before I met that threshold, so I can be paid again. And YouTube changed its monetization setting where you needed to have at least 1,000 hours of watch time. And that's where I thought to myself, okay, longer videos means more runtime, means more hours watched, and with the amount of people I've currently got watching my videos, it's going to be a quicker way to get to that. But I had to wait 3 whole years to be paid again. which was a massive piss take because, again, looking at that threshold, it was just there, like less than a pound left to go. But I had to wait, which was a real bummer. Yeah, 3 years. This was, again, it was February of a year, which must have been February 2018, because again, I've got all of this noted down. And for his yeah, again, the monetization, this wasn't so much an issue. It was just unfortunate timing on my end when the monetization permissions changed. So I, again, had to wait. It was exactly 3 years, June 2017 to June 2020, to be paid again. And again, on a 3 or 4 month basis, I would receive ad revenue, which is very good, because seeing how much I've made here definitely means I've been able to afford some of the stuff I've been able to get over the years. I see you there in chats. Luke, have you entered anything for the Brick Train Awards? Yes, I will go over that later on if you wish, because I've got 7 models entered, and that is quite a lot for one person. But again, I'll go over that in a moment. YouTube has too many system issues to count, snazzy. Yeah, it really does. Well, in general, yeah, it kind of does. One thing I'm really annoyed with at the moment is the YouTube app, because on my phone and my tablet, when I've got it, so when I've got my phone this way, I'm watching a video in a portrait way. Whenever I press the, is it working? Yeah. So whenever I press the button, like the arrow in the top corner, it should just minimize the video. Instead, it auto rotates my screen as if it's showing the YouTube app portrait. And that is so infuriating, because it means I have to fumble around getting the phone to kind of behave again. It's so just it's so annoying. It's stupid. It should not work like that. The app needs to be updated again, because it's honestly ruining. Like, I'm spending more time watching videos like this where the video is just there, instead of like this where I have a bigger screen. That's just with my phone. Obviously, my tablet here I have an even larger screen, but that's besides the point. Oh, yeah. Just before we move on, I would like to talk about YouTube for just a moment longer, because earlier today I uploaded my very first YouTube short. Got that. How do I get that wrong? Let's try that again. Earlier today, I uploaded my very first YouTube Shorts video. There we go. And right now, that video, after about 4 or 5 hours of being uploaded, it has over 600 views, 9 people have commented, and it has 49 likes, with 4 people disliking. You bastards. So yeah, second channel for shorts. No way. Everything happens on this channel now. That's something that, that's another thing I can talk about. This is something else I've talked about in the past, but I'll get that into just a second. So these live streams, again, these have been really good for monetization and for interaction, as well as filling the dead space between videos. Having seen this kind of success with the YouTube Shorts, I'm definitely gonna have to make some more. It's a good thing I have ideas, because loads of people watch YouTube Shorts. I've been getting into them a lot over the past, maybe even a month by this point. Just, the last half an hour or a whole hour before actually going to bed, I'm just flicking through a bunch of YouTube Shorts, just watching them all go, and it's really good, because it's basically TikTok, and they're 30 or 60-second videos. I think the maximum a short can be is 60 seconds. Having learned that's from uploading one today. That's like a time limit sort of thing. But yeah, you can't upload a 2.5 minute video and call it a YouTube Shorts. No. But yeah, it was excellent to get like 600 views already in a few hours. I don't. I think the last video that did that well, this quickly, was back at the Avon Valley Brick Express Lego show, where I did a video on my multiplex coronation, and from, I think, in the span of a week, because yeah, like 5 days to a week, that got 3,600 views. Once I did the live stream, the views kind of just stopped. They kind of halted. That's the last video I uploaded to get that many views that quickly. So already in a few hours, that has 600 views. When I go to bed tonight, that's going to have a few hundred more. Absolutely guaranteed. When I wake up tomorrow morning, that's going to be on 1,000. Absolutely will, because yeah, of course it will. The short is doing very well. Oh, come on, freaking mouse. Let's have a look at the comments 1 sec, and then I'll go on about that second channel thing, because that is something that almost very much happened. Okay. Some other people talking about the so yeah, just talking about this, that, and the other. A couple of old subscribers, some newer faces here. It's pretty good. I'll reply to some of those later on. Actually, I'll reply to one now. Let me do that real quick. Oh, hang on. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Right, I can close that. I'll close that one off now. I don't want to keep following the numbers because I'm going to get a bit too obsessive. So YouTube shorts are great for boosting popularity. Yes, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that more often now, because again, views have gone up quite a while. The video views for that video at least have gone up. I've gained a couple of subscribers already. I can't do alternate channels. I don't have the time to match them all. Yeah, exactly. But do keep for monetization. Yeah, it's again, YouTube Shorts will do wonders for monetization, just like I said a moment ago, a couple of times, with the live streams too. YouTube wants to be TikTok so bad. YouTube is YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. If anybody hasn't seen the recent news with Twitch, then prepare to kiss your favorite Twitch streamer goodbye within the next month or so. Maybe by the end of the year. Not good. Apparently, many big Twitch streamers are going to move to. Yeah, well, there we go. Yeah, apparently, loads of Twitch streamers are going to move over because Twitch decided to. I'll let you look up in your own time because there's so much you could go in. It's a whole rabbit hole to go into. But basically, Twitch decided to be selfish and they expected to be cheered for it. So, yeah, Twitch is making its way in the bin. Yeah, so much drama. It really is. Okay, so let's talk about this little story about me potentially having a second channel, which does exist. I do have that second channel still made up, but it was going to hold all of my gaming videos. So, as I've mentioned a number of times in the past, I used to do Skyrim related content. I had a few playthroughs. I had over 400 character builds. It was really cool to be able to make them. The quality of those videos were very old and of its time. There was no recording equipment. It was just like analog style, where it was my phone in front of the screen. Again, very simple stuff. I didn't even have this kind of computer setup back then. It was all very much on a laptop or through my phone. Nothing too special. And I've also got some speed runs of the old PlayStation 1 game, Trick and Snowboarder. Now, I thought to myself, well, this is over 400 videos worth of content that is starting to go down the drain. Before I did Lego Train stuff, I did Skyrim, and the Skyrim videos did very well. I mean, very well. Lots of those videos got thousands of views. And eventually, the Lego Train stuff became more popular. So as the channel progressed, the Lego Train stuff became more popular. There was a period of time where I wanted to kind of clean up my channel. Not the old one from a while back where I privated a bunch of videos. This one was years ago where I just straight up deleted hundreds of videos. Again, this is something I wish I could change. If I was able to go back in time and change one thing, I would have all those videos set to private instead of just straight up deleting them. Because I would love to still have them, again, put them on a second channel just to let them do their own thing, let people discover them. I'll upload one every day just to kind of have a bit of fun again. Reminds me to kind of get on with it still. But yeah, it was nice. It was really really nice to be able to have those Skyrim videos because it reminds me of my past. It reminds me of my past. And it also reminds me of Skyrim, which is a game I still can't play because the anniversary edition update I got is for the special edition. It's like the DLC version, basically. I didn't buy an all new game. And because Bethesda decided to speed up the game's loading speed, my PC can no longer handle it, and it crashes when I load into one of my save files. The screen just stays in that sort of clear black loading screen, like like the smoke in the background, that sort of loading screen thing. It just stops there, and that's it. I have to completely restart my PC in order to do anything else. I can't control alt delete to get out of it. It full on just not. It doesn't crash it because the game music is still playing, but it just can't load the damn save. I've left it again on a day where I wasn't working. I swear to God. So I loaded it up in the morning. I went to the save file. I knew it was going to crash, but I thought, okay, what if it just needs some time to actually load the save file? Let's just give it a try. Hours again. That basically the entire day left it alone for hours and nothing. So my PC just cannot handle Skyrim anymore. I need to get a new PC anyway because it is quite old. It's quite weak. Again, some video games I want to play, it can't really handle. So there's a few that it can handle perfectly fine, but they're smaller, simpler games. And yeah, but Skyrim is the one I want to play the most, and I can't do it. So yeah, that's a problem. I could technically play Skyrim because I have my Xbox 360 still, and I have Skyrim on the 360. Loading from zone to zone will take a hot minute, but I could still technically play it, you know? Updates, PC specs. I'm not a tech person, so if there's a way or I can do it without having to buy, like if I could just increase the RAM speed, I suppose, then I think I'll be good. RAM speed, whatever the hell. Again, I'm not a tech person. I think I just need to get a faster card, a graphics card. Again, I'm not tech savvy. The PC I bought is it cost me £500, and I got this maybe 5 years ago, 5 years ago perhaps. It was from a retail chain called Maplin, which went bust like not too long after I bought this. At the time, it was the best deal I could get because again, £500 for this isn't a gaming PC tower though. That's the thing. It's a decent. Well, I think it was advertised as such, but it was on the lower end. And again, think back 5 years ago. It's only 5 years, but the technology that has been advancing for this sort of thing has really gone up. Duck, do you remember Maplin? You're Brit. I know you're British. Do you remember Maplin? Snazzy remembers Maplin. Oh my god. You two are the best. Anyway, I definitely do need to look into getting a new PC tower. I don't want a laptop. Fuck off. No laptop. Not doing that. I want a proper PC tower. And I know it's going to cost me about £1,000. I don't care for that. That's okay. I just need some time to build up the funds, get the new tower, get the data transferred over, and of course, sell this one on. Josh says he doesn't know what that is. Maplin is basically it's a UK retail chain that focused on electronics. So, well, more so like this, like computer stuff, more so. So laptops, keyboards, monitors, TVs as well. There was a Maplin near, like, very, very close to where I went to college. And during lunch breaks, if it was a long enough lunch break, we would go down to this retail park where there was a Toys R Us, there was a Subway, and there was a Maplin amongst a few other things. And every now and then we would go into Maplin. We always bought something in Maplin, so they liked us. We always behaved. They had RC cars as well, so every now and then they would kind of have them out to demonstrate, and we would play with them, and it was so much fun. But yeah, it was pretty good. What? How about the monitor? The monitor is fine. It's been the same ever since I first. I think I got the monitor at the same time as the PC. I must have done, or maybe even got I don't know. I can't think that far back. But the monitor is, but I wouldn't need to change monitors if I got a new PC tower. There's no need to do that. You got some AAA batteries from the day it closed. Still got them. That's pretty good. Like as in new sealed, because mint condition. That's something. Oh man, there was an electronic chain here in the US called Circuit City, but they no longer exist. I don't know if UK ever had that. Circuit City may as well be your version of Maplin. They might not be related in any way, but just think of it that way. You might need you might need a monitor with a better refresh rate so you can avoid bottlenecks in performance. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll have to look into that too, I suppose. Circuit City is a fire name. Yeah, that is actually pretty good, isn't it? And that's Niagara Guy. Hello, good to see you. We are halfway through the stream, so you haven't missed that much. But we've just gone through all of my YouTube sort of history and analytics and that sort of thing. And we just talked about a UK electronics store that just, didn't just go out of date. That went out like 5 years ago. Basically, I'm crying over the fact that I still can't play Skyrim. Ah, one day. One day. Now then, that is all of the YouTube stuff basically done. I'm going to do this next thing with both my hands because I swear to God, if another Lego train falls off my bed and crashes, someone is going to die. So, I have been very fascinated with the Pennsylvania Railroad and their giants. I made a multiplex coronation that was supposed to kind of resemble half Streamline Coronation, half T1 duplex. I've been very fascinated with the Q1 class, and I've tried to incorporate some of the looks from that engine into this new model I'm making here. And from about midday onwards, this is what I've got so far. I'm not happy with this because this, first of all, is the Pennsylvania Railroad Q1 American model. So this is supposed to be a custom take on that using basically the drive units that has, if I try and hold it here. So there's two separate drive units on one rigid base. There's steam cylinders here and steam cylinders here. So it is a duplex and it does have individual rotation for the wheels. Connecting rods yet to be added. I do need to make some bricklink orders. But the overall, I know what I want. There's a streamlined version of this model that I have saved, or well, of this loco, I should say, saved on my PC, and I do have it here. I kind of have the shape. The one thing I don't like is what's going on back here. So that's supposed to be the firebox, and that is way too small. I'm going to have to go into this bit here, kind of dip this down a little bit lower, go back another 3 studs, go into this sort of 3 stud section here, because I do quite like this window technique. Very Pennsylvanian. I am going to have to keep this stud along the back just to make sure this doesn't pop out. But all the same, this is, it's going all right. It's just, I haven't done the front end yet. I think if I can get this front unit finalized, then I would be able to kind of be more happy with it. So missing a lot of pipe work, judging from the pictures. Yeah, well, this is another thing as well. So you can see I've got these sort of, so this, just making sure these wheels don't fall off. This bit here, those are 2x2 round bricks. And I didn't want to really have any of the piping detail on the basis that this is supposed to be streamlined. This is going to be built up to work for the Coronation Express, which in turn has to be a streamlined locomotive. There was a streamlined variant. And another thing I want to quickly say is this only has 8 drive wheels instead of 10 that the Q1 originally has. And I'm also using the extra large size drive wheels, particularly for this model, it's in grey just because of availability. And again, there's other working things that make this design work. Yeah, you know, the bullet nose was definitely something I wanted. Having built the Blue Goose and being really fascinated by how that looks, I wanted, well, this basically. I think that width is ultimately fine because, you know, it's not meant to be stupid wide. It is supposed to be somewhat controlled. I think if I'm going to like this more, I just need to take in this bit here. Again, go back about 3 studs because if I move a little bit closer. So yeah, these bricks here being hit by the light, that's 3 studs long. If I'm going to experiment with taking these off, and I need to get new bricks here too. So going all the way across the board, again, trying to make it, is that going to work? Yeah, kind of. So, sorry, 1 second. Get you back. There we go. Okay, so along here, these are 1x3 sloped bricks. It matches the curvature fairly well for these dome pieces at the front. And in a way, it kind of works. Again, the model is incomplete, so I can't say for certain with how much I like it. But I bought loads of these on Bricklink, kind of in preparation for this model. So I've got to commit to using these. I didn't want to use them for the bottom half of the boiler either because, again, I think it might just be a case of it could be too tall. Already, given the amount of space between the running board and the drive wheels, that's, yeah, I'm not, yeah, you know, I'm not too fond. I might try and close this gap along here just to see if I can do something, but for now, I'm not too sure. I don't mind that being open, to be honest, because it reminds me of the LNER P2, where there is a flat running board, there's no splashers, and it has not this much space, but there is a bit of space between the top of the drive wheels and the running board. So again, not too bad. James, hello, good to see you. Glad you're able to make it to the stream. So, I'll tell you what, whilst we have a few new people making their way to drop the loco yet, well, James, it's here. I'm holding it with both hands. I'm making sure that doesn't happen again. It's a red engine as well. Have you noticed? There's a bit of a pattern. There's always a red train that gets broken. So, oh, my back is starting to hurt as well. So, seeing as we have a few new people arriving to the stream, first of all, hello. Thank you very much for making it. The first half of this stream was spent talking about some YouTube stuff. It was a very, very good conversation, to be honest. So, if you have the time to watch the VOD afterwards, I strongly recommend you do so because it's a good insight as to what it's like doing YouTube on the scale with a channel which has just under 4,000 subscribers. Also, tell you what, seeing as I'm mentioning it again, because I can never talk properly during one of these sodding streams. Too much fumbling. Oh my god! Okay, so the YouTube Shorts now has 672 views. When I was looking at the stats earlier in the stream, which was about 20 minutes ago, it had 604. Oh my god, it's so good. I've got to do more shorts. Okay, it's yeah, I got to do some more. That's really good. Cool. Anyway, right, back to the stream. Luke drops loco lore. I could potentially do that as well. Locomotive lore would definitely be something I would do in my own custom series for, well, like an animated series for my own Lego Railway. That's still a thing I want to do one day, but I just need the space. Anyway, so to talk about the loco once again. Please make. Hang on, why am I reading it there? Looking down here. That YouTube short was great. Thank you very much. It was very fun to make that video. There is something else I want to talk about with that short in just a moment. Can you make them in the same style? Check your. Oh, that's you. That's your because I've got Discord open as well. You're the notification. Ooh, the Baltimore and Ohio. What locomotive is that? Because that looks pretty good as well. I'm not too fond of how the boiler tapers above the rear drive wheel. Again, there's no real way to kind of streamline this, but that's a very good looking engine. Really good. You could definitely get the bullet nose at the fronts there. But yeah, not American engines. The Giants are really good. N1 class. Lovely stuff. See, they're just the best. Smith Movies uploaded stuff. You're telling me Isaac's just uploaded the video, right? Everybody, right. TLDR, making a new train, got some stuff I need to do. Right. Snazzy, has Isaac just uploaded a video? Because you've perked me up all of a sudden. Not really a video, but shorts. But was that Isaac? Oh my god. You can't do this to me. If he hasn't uploaded, I swear to god, I'm going to be furious. Oh my god, he has. It's been forever. Isaac, how you doing, man? Right, I'm going to watch these 1 second. Just stand by. I'm going to put my headphones on as well. Oh, I need to... Hang on, let me mute my stream 1 second. So first one is an animation test. Very smooth. The clothes look amazing. Special puppet box. Oh, Isaac, a man after my heart. It's nice to actually see him again because this behind the scenes video, obviously it's sped up where it's got him basically flashing. But Isaac, he's a good looking bloke, you know. It's nice to actually kind of just see him again. Isaac, I miss you, man. It's been so long, yeah. He's on TikTok as well. Well, fair enough. It's stop motion still. Yeah, but the thing is, Isaac has moved on from doing Lego Train stuff. He basically left the hobby. So it's a shame that's the case. But he is doing wonders with him with stop motion. Oh, another fine moment where I can't think of words. Luke Triton, everyone. Me, him, Carl Greytrix, and Andrew. What group is that? So me, Isaac, Andrew, and Carl. Like old-time Lego Train people? Is that what you mean? Suppose we'll find out in a second. Carl Greytrix is someone that kind of hasn't posted in forever either. He's got some good models on Flickr, but those are years old. Oh, interest starters. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Thank you very much. Andrew posts every now and then. Andrew, he's in the LNUR, so we do hear from him every now and then. He very obviously, well, he has a life. He works full time, and well, most people do anyway while they're in the hobby. But we do hear from Andrew every now and then, and whenever he posts, it's of a damn good model. Here's Elizabeth II, 70th, no, not 70, well, it is 70 years, the Platinum Jubilee locomotive. I was thinking about making one, but seeing Andrew make his, it's all I could really need. I just want to look at someone else's version. Calling me one of the OGs. That's a very strong thing to say if you're gonna call me one of the OGs. Thank you very much. I don't know why, but I find it odd that Luke and I have ATSF Hudsons. What does ATSF stand for? I'm guessing the SF stands for Santa Fe. And are you assuming, like, as in the Blue Goose, that engine in particular? Like the Blue Goose. So do you have it in, like an O gauge version? What version of the Hudson do you have? That'd be interesting. The Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Oh, it's another streamlined version as well. Oh, boo, get the streamlined version, they're cooler. Paul Robinson was in Heritage Magazine, Heritage Railway Magazine. No, Paul, why didn't you tell me? Paul's another LUKR member as well. You probably did tell us. Oh, right, we need to look at this now. God damn it, Paul. He probably did mention it. Paul Robinson, Heritage Railway Magazine. Photographic for me. Okay. Yeah, I think looking at this is going to be forever for me to find it. Yeah, Paul's a really good loco maker as well. I think there's a very interesting line when it comes to the LUKR, the Lego Train Club that's based here in the UK. So obviously it's dedicated to Lego trains, and we have somewhere between 40 and 50 members. All of the members who are socially active, not so much posting online in the same sense I do, for example, with YouTube. There are a few other members that have social media accounts and kind of post and do their own things. But we do have our own members group chat, and there's a lot of members who chat with us on a daily basis. And I do see these people, well, see them as in the chat again on that regular basis, and I have seen a lot of their models too. So for the more active members, they've got a lot of smashing models. It's just smashing might not be the best word for me to use because of the accident that happened last week. The train's back here. It's not going to fall off, okay? I'm making sure of that. But about half of the club is those sorts of members. The it still fell over, but okay. Anyway, the other half of the club is a selection of members who are quiet, and they're either balls deep in the Lego train hobby and have hidden gems of models, or they're getting into Lego trains and have, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5 models. And I find that incredible because not only is the club displaying that we've got loads of experienced builders, and we're more than just this collection of some of the UK's best Lego train builders. But also, we are a club. We are accepting more members. And if you like Lego trains enough to want to be in a club to do shows and display your models and to have a couple of special perks for your Lego Railway, then you are here for we're here for you. Come on in. Why not? So yes, I think you spelled jinxed correctly. No, I am not jinxing this stream. We are. You know what would be fun? Actually, there's Snazzy. Yes, Trace is in the club. Trace is one of 3 international members. There's another American member called Mike's Bricks who was a guest on this stream, and our third again. I'm so fluent with just talking, aren't I? Our third international member is based in Europe. So we do have a few international members, but the reason why those 3 international members are permitted is because they build British trains, basically. Their models are all focused on British stuff, which is a pretty good feeling because they don't want to build their own local thing. They want to build what we've got. That's a cool feeling. Anyway, so this is a good time to announce a thing. So, James, having seen your comments that it was about Swindon, Steam, and Brickish Show, that one, yeah. Next weekend, the first weekend of October, is the return of the Swindon Great Western Lego Show, also known as Steam in capital letters. I will be going there as a spectator. There are other members of the LUKR that are going to be there as displayers. I'm going to take the coronation and a few coaches to try and get a few laps done on their layout. Speech skill 100. It can't be 100 anymore because I haven't played the game in forever. Also, speech is spelt with two E's, not an A. So, interesting. Yeah, very good. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to be at Swindon next weekend. Only for the Saturday because as much as I would love to be there for both days, it's just, it does get exhausting. It would be so much fun to be on this side of the table, like back on the spectators side of the table again. And again, meeting club mates for the first time would be really cool. And this is, again, James, this is why I mentioned it. If you're able to go, it would be very cool to see you. The only other time I've met a fan of mine, a subscriber of mine, was at the very first Lego Train show I did, which was Brick Express last year, with YouTube, or at least on YouTube, he uses the username AB Railfan. He's kind of moved away from Lego Trains and makes 5-inch gauge locomotives, and I am still following him on Instagram. He's got he's got a good fleet being built up. He's building it out of cardboard as well, which is very smart because it's much cheaper to make it out of cardboard and still have that gauge. He's got a lot of stuff going for his models as well, which is just excellent. It would be Saturday for me if I go. So, James, if you want to say hello, make sure you're there on Saturday. I wish I could go, but I'm on the other side of the world. Yeah. Discord and the YouTube comments is as close as I think you and I are ever going to get. But yeah, as Snazzy says, Swindon is too far from Richmond. My geography is awful. So, Swindon to Richmond. How long is that by car? Oh, that's not as long as I thought it was going to be. That's near the heart of London. Not bad, but an hour and a half by car. Again, not completely unreasonable. But I totally get it that, even that is too much. What's that by public transport? Yeah, just shy of 2 hours. I think if there was a big Lego show going on in London, because I live close enough to Swindon where I can go to the Swindon show. But I think if there's a proper big show going in London, knowing it would take 2 hours to drive, I think that'd be all right. I mean, I'm going to be traveling up north for the LUKR members weekend as well, which so next week is Swindon. The weekend after is the members meetup. And the exciting thing about that is Trace, one of our 3 international members, as I mentioned a moment ago, is, I believe right now he's in the UK. He flew over. He's going to be staying in the UK for a few weeks, and he's bringing all his stuff with him to Members Weekend. So we're going to be able to meet him. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be very cool, and we're going to have a great time. I'm really looking forward to this. The only thing that concerns me about Members Weekend is the fact we still don't really know the table sizes. So whilst I've got 10 tables worth of layout to display, pardon me, I don't know what I'm actually be able to put on display. Hopefully I can get something to work. I'm bringing everything anyways, but it'll be great fun. So, one thing I want to point out as well, last year there were a few activities that we did, and out of respect for the club, I have made those challenges set to what's it, like, unlisted. That's the word. So they are viewable on YouTube, but they're set as unlisted because it was something for members and to stay between members. This year, if the challenges go up again, I'm going to ask Bossman if I can record these, put it on YouTube, just like I did last year, but set it to public. Maybe try and use it as a way to show the fun we can have together as a club. Because I would love to include, well, yeah, just include more members and get more people into the LUKR because it's a really good place to get your Lego train going. So yeah, get your triplex and take up a whole table. Something that would take up a whole table is the Hogwarts Express. I don't have triplex locomotives anymore. Snazzy, that time frame has long gone. The era of the quadruplex finished years ago. I've got a duplex. Technically, I've got two now because this is a duplex as well. It just isn't articulated. But I'll be taking up loads of table space. I've been to Swindon 4 times so far. 2009 was your first. 2016 was my first Swindon show. I was there for 16, 17, 18, and 19. Uh, Last year and the year before, they didn't open because of the pandemic. They were very uncertain about 2020, and it was a last minute decision to close the show in 2020. So it's a shame that they skipped that year because they decided to keep going, but again, made sense to not want to do it. Last year, it seemed much safer to have the show go, but they decided not to, which is a very interesting choice. But if they didn't, Josh, I've just seen your comment, but the fact that they didn't open the show last year was really weird because again, it was totally safe to do so. But I'm so glad that they're going ahead again this year because there's no reason for them to not have it go ahead this year. So we're going to finish off the stream in a moment just by reading these last few comments in the chat. Finally, I see my model in a Brick Train Awards Insta page. Oh yeah, somebody asked me about the Brick Train Awards. I need to answer that. Imagine if Luke made an Erie triplex. The Erie triplex. I didn't make the Erie triplex because, well, first of all, there is another model of that model, another model of the model. Yes, online. You should be able to see it on a couple of Penlug train layout videos. It's such a good model. Oh my god, it's so good. And my Emerald Champion triplex version was supposed to replace or at least take the place of that model because I've got the parts for it in Emerald Knight Green, so let's just use that instead. Why not? And yeah, it would be cool to kind of have that because I'm definitely more in the swing of making real locomotives. But even then, there'll be one hell of a challenge. That's definitely going to take me about a week to make. I still need to build the hexaplex I've been putting off for years. Yeah, that hexaplex. So all you need to know is between me and Josh, there was an idea. Well, it was Josh's idea to want to make a hexaplex, which is a locomotive with 6 drive units, because he's mad. Was never brave enough to go for it myself, but I would love to see if such a mod. Again, it is possible. It's basically a Garrett with 3, well, not 3, but well, yeah, it's 3 units, like front tender, rear tender, and the boiler in the middle, and they've both got um like 4 8 8 4 wheel arrangements. So yeah, 2009, 10, 16, 18. You were there for a 16, 18, and 19. I was there for those 3 years as well. If only we knew each other back then. Oh man. An octoplex. I mean, it's possible, but the drive units would only have 4 wheels each. 4 in the sense that obviously a big boy has 2 drive units of 8 wheels, 4 on each side. An octoplex would have to be shrunken down, so there's 2 wheels on each side. You did you, in 2019? If only. You could have said something. I mean, that would have been really cool if you said something. Even like next weekend, if you do make it and you do spot me, like, okay, next weekend, if you're going on the Saturday, spend 15 minutes scouring the floor, try and find me. If anywhere, I'll be with the LSUR stand. because again, they're my group mates. I'll be probably running a train there to kind of have a bit of fun with them. If anywhere, I'll be there. Again, spend a couple of minutes to try and find me. Come and say hello because that would be so cool. Okay, do it that way. I am a sub. Tell you what, throw a little spanner in the works just to kind of screw with my club mates a little bit and say you're my sub, if you know what I mean. Really threw it. Oh, don't say sub, say simp, please. Be just for a few minutes. That's all you have to say. Just play it off, you know. Uh, I'm such an idiot. Anyway, also before I forget, when would the next server voice chats happen? You can do, yeah. Oh God, no, lol, skull faces. Yeah, let's not do that one now. When is the next Discord server voice chats happening? You can use voice chat whenever you want. It's very odd for me to try and find the right time for it now because at the moment my work schedule has changed to where I'm working all day. I do tend to have a bit more time in the evenings after work, but nothing appropriate enough to kind of do a server, not during the week at least. Maybe, if anything, it'll have to be on a weekend again. If I am going to do one, it will probably have to be tomorrow, but again, there is no set time or place for it. If I'm going to get a few people in there, and so I just read your comment. Anyway, long story short, it would have to be something I'm able to organize again, just to try and get a few more people in the voice chat. Another games night would be good, if anything, but it's just finding the right time for it. Not so much for getting people in, because anyone could be available at any time. I need to be able to make sure I'm there to host it in the first place. So, yeah. Oh my god, hi, I'm such a big fan. Wow, I simp for your trains. There you go, that's your line. That's what you need to say next weekend, okay? Done deal. It's live on the internet now, you can't take it back. Right, before we go, I promised this the entire stream. We now need to talk about the Brick Train Awards. So, what I'm going to do, if it's possible, actually, I don't think it would because it's going to be way too hard to find. Okay. So, my submissions for the Brick Train Awards, I have made 7 submissions. Uh, my full 3 submissions for the best steam locomotive, the full 3 again for best consist, and 1 for best display. Now, there are big club layouts in the display category, so I'm never going to win. But I do have a screenshot of my layouts when I did the Galleries Lego show last year. It was still such a fun time to be able to do that. And it's a fairly big display, especially for one person, so that's what I've entered for that. For best consist, I've got the Coronation Express because, of course, I have the new Blue Goose, which was quite convenient for the best consist, and my Stevenson's Rocket and LMR coaches. Now, that's not going to win. If anything, the Coronation Scots has the best chances of winning. The Stevenson's Rocket and the 3 LMR coaches they're nice, but again, they're small, so they're not really going to win. If I'm being generous, I'm in the top 10 for best consist, but I'm number 10 in the top 10 for best consist, and that's using the Coronation Scott. It's got 10 coaches. It looks excellent. I mean, so many people have seen it on YouTube anyways, but I still don't think I'm going to win. I mean, I very rarely win anything anyways. This is part of why I made my own competition. As for best steam locomotive, I made entries for, what did I enter? I made the new Hogwarts Express that had the book cover design. I entered that mainly because it was a brand new model. I think I entered it the day I recorded the video. The new City of Truro model, because that's one of my newer 8 wide models and it really does look good. But because of its size, I don't think that's winning either. And the third one, I can't remember, but it doesn't matter because I'm still not going to win. I'll be amazed if I'll be an honorable mention or runner-up of some kind. But yeah, 7 submissions made. I seriously doubt I'm going to win. But yeah, that's what I've entered. Now then, it has gone past 9 o'clock. These streams running over a little bit isn't ever a problem. It's just making sure that it is just going smoothly. The YouTube Shorts is going well. Let me get rid of that Discord notification. Right, what's the Shorts view count now? I'm going to have to record a lot more Shorts because, again, it was really fun to edit it together because I could be more flamboyant with it. It's just about to hit 800 views. That's really cool. Oh, yeah. So to anybody who hasn't seen my YouTube Shorts that I uploaded earlier today, it's basically a showcase of the small station and display segments for my layout. And the editing style is done in a very specific way. It's way more energetic. There's a few like shaky shots. There's one near the end where it's like more flowers, and the camera pushes forward. It's stylized after a Nerf YouTuber called Just a Jolt. I met him back at Foam Fest. He was there to announce winners for the raffle. I never got to say hello or take a picture with him, but I saw him there. I was able to give him a quick hello as he was walking past. Had a very quick chat with him after winning one of the raffle prizes. And if you've seen, well, if anybody here cares about Nerf, go to the channel Just a Jolt. He's very energetic. He's very fun. I love his videos. The first video of his that I discovered was for the Nerf Fortnite SMG Zesty, which is the green MP5 rifle looking thingy. And his again, his energy was just incredible. I love that man so much. And the camera work there is what I tried to emulate because he has a lot of snap movements and he kind of zooms in at some point. He's brilliant. So I thought to myself, okay, that is something I want to try and replicate. And given the feedback I've got for that shorts video I uploaded today, it seems to have worked. And YouTube Shorts going forward, I would love to try and keep that up. I just want to make sure I've got the right videos for it. The only thing is, I want to make sure that YouTube, well, YouTube Shorts would definitely be going anyways, but the content of the shorts themselves, I need to make sure it's enough to at least warrant that kind of editing, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not too sure how to word this. Again, I've got a few ideas for what I can do for shorts anyways. It's just a point of marrying the idea of the video itself with that energetic presentation. I could definitely make it work. It's definitely going to work somehow. But yeah, that is going to be it for the stream. It is now 9:10 in the evening here in merry old England. It's Saturday evening as well, which has been a very pleasant change. So again, next week I'm going to be at the Swindon Great Western Lego Show. I'm going to be there for the day. Next week I'm working, so I don't have the Saturday. So next week I should be able to be streaming on the Saturday evening again. 3 Saturdays in a row. Remember when I used to stream on Saturday evenings before it became Sundays? Good times. So yeah, hopefully that can still be the case, depending on how energetic I'm feeling next weekend as well. If I've gone through doing the Lego show, I come home feeling exhausted, that's going to be a bit of a shame. But at the same time, it would be cool to kind of just stick to doing one more Saturday evening. So again, next weekend there will be a stream. The weekend after, I'm going to be away for the entire weekend, so there won't be a stream then. Again, that's the LUKR members get together. And after that weekend, we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. So, thank you all ever so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has been able to tune in for these live streams. These chats in the streams are always so long. That's incredible because there's over half a dozen people kind of chatting at some point or another during the stream. It is so cool. I mean, I don't think I say this enough during the streams, or I don't think I say it in any kind of obvious way, but I fucking love you guys so much. This interaction is just the best. Thank you so much for sticking around for as long as you have. So, yep, I'm hoping to get some more videos done. Again, another Lego project is on the way. Once that's done, that's going to be when that is done, that will have its own showcase video. I'm working on the specialized box for the Blue Goose. I'm going to be hopefully getting stuff to decorate it tomorrow. Once that's been made, I'm going to be making a full-on showcase video of the engine, the box, and the train in action. After that, I'm going to be working on some more YouTube shorts because they are raking in the views, and hopefully that's making me some good spondulics as well. There's always something to think about when it comes to making these videos, you know. So thank you all ever so much for watching, everyone. I can't do the full back on the bed because I've got a few other things on there and I don't want to whack my head. But all the same, it has been incredible to do these streams. When they go on for this long and it's just been non-stop talking and chatting, they are just the best. So thank you again one more time. Make sure you are a member of my Discord server if you want to interact with me on a more personal basis and with other like-minded fans of Nerf blasters and Lego trains. Make sure you are following me on Flickr and Instagram for some behind-the-scenes action and some sneak peeks at current and future projects. I shall see you soon for another smashing good stream. Yes, James, absolutely. Alrighty, everybody, take care.